So we were recording this on the day that we found out that Cyprus has internally selected Elena Tsagrinou to be the artist for Rotterdam 2021. And we know the song title she is going with called El Diablo. And she has a great team working behind her. We are going to give our first reactions to the selection. I know quite a bit about her. Tim knows less, but he's got a big liking towards one of the songwriters. So we should have a lively discussion about what we can expect from Cyprus this year. So we're going to jump straight into it. So Tim, what do you know about Elena so far?
Oh, not that much. I know that she's got a few dance releases. So when I first heard it this morning, I'm quite impressed. But obviously, I've also seen that she's performed at the Mad TV VMAs. So I know that whatever song she's given, she can somehow make it work. But the only thing I'm querying now is what I'm just comparing it with the others where, okay, we've seen them perform live, but obviously Eurovision is a live performance. That's the only thing I'm querying now. If she can take that off, then we can see Cyprus being consistent with all female, all banger, and all great staging alike. And I would not have a problem with it. And it would probably go high up on my list, which is something that's going to be replayed over and over again at Euroclub.
No pun intended.
Orbit. Yeah.
Right. Well, I know a bit about Elena because I actually discovered her, I think it was actually earlier this year. She's a name, if anyone like me follows a bunch of Greek pop Spotify playlists, her name will come up repeatedly. She's not necessarily an established singer in the kind of contemporary mainstream folk bouzoukia kind of like industry, which is kind of the main music export of Greece. It's not like other countries where kind of urban dance pop is kind of the mainstream. Obviously, there are very well-known dance pop songs, but folk sounds and Greek language music tends to really be the priority. But I think what Elena does is she kind of blends the two styles really well. Two of my favorite songs of hers, one's called Loya and one's called Paradisio. And they're both in Greek, and they have some kind of more traditional folky instrumentation, but also there's always a beat to it. And she's a great singer. I actually really like her voice. She hasn't got this kind of nasal tone that a lot of female Greek singers have, which obviously I love, but I think it might sound quite harsh to some ears. She has a very smooth, soft tone. And actually, to answer your question, I actually know there are clips of her singing live that I can send to you. They're not very long, but she can definitely sing live and move. So I'm not too concerned about that. Obviously, she's also working with a great staging team. I actually have my article up right now.
He's got Marvin Dietman, isn't it?
Exactly. Who works with Conchita, which is one of, in my opinion, the most iconic stage presentations we've ever had at Eurovision. So they've really got a very strong team together. Elena was rumored amongst loads of other artists. So it got to the point where there were like over 10 potential artists it could have been. So I really had no idea until the news arrived in my inbox this morning, and I was like, gotta write this now. But I was super excited. Back in July, she said in an interview with, I think it was either OK Magazine or Heat, that she would happily do it. And she's been signed to Panic Records for a hot minute, and she's had some really popular songs through them. My favorite being Loya, which is embedded in the article of her announcement. And I think everyone should check her out. I think she's got some really great songs and a really great style. She's also got a great image, which I'm really excited about, seeing how she's going to present at Eurovision, because there's been a lot of comparisons. I'm just going to rant now. There's a lot of comparisons of her and Eleni, obviously, inevitably, but they're very different in terms of style. Elena has a much more like a kind of edgy tomboy aesthetic that I think can really play into a really cool stage presentation in terms of her image and her styling, which I'm really excited about. And she just seems really lovely and down to earth. She's younger than Eleni and Tanta were. So we're seeing a kind of an up and coming artist who's still established an experience coming forth, because she had experience in girl bands previously and some reality television. So she's, in my opinion, she blends a lot of great aspects of Greek music, celebrity, and also potential Eurovision things. So I'm very excited about it.
Wow, you've literally informed me about that. But for me, I'm more curious with the actual song itself, because a lot of people are already mentioning on Twitter, what is it with Cyprus and Spanish songs, or like Spanish song titles? And I'm guessing we're in for a bop. And I mean a bop because looking at the songwriting team itself, you've got, is it Jimmy Joker, who's
Yep.
worked with Red One? Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
And also one of my favorites who have been in the circuit for the recent few years, Laurel Barker, who just recently gave Switzerland one of their best results for a very long time with Luca Hadi. So we know Laurel can be a bit of a mixed bag with terms of songs, but we know that if it's a upbeat song, it tends to do well. So that's the one thing I'm really looking forward to, is that Cyprus is back to its element. I know I've said last year with Sandro, it's like they tried that but didn't work. But
yeah,
looks like Cyprus is just going back to what it knows best in doing, which is sending great female singers and giving us this awesome bop, which is what I'm presuming the style of the song is. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think El Diablo is going to be a ballad somehow. Although I guess this is weird kind of boxing in that a lot of, I guess, fans of the contest do, in terms of like saying, putting limitations on artists and songwriters. I think it's quite frustrating. Obviously, I'm realistic. I'm expecting her to say something El Diablo, then there's going to be a dance drop, or he was just like the devil, something really like cliche, and then a big beat, which I don't think I would hate. I mean, Replay is not exactly a lyrical masterpiece. I've credited the lyrics in the past as being very cohesive, which they are, but like, I don't come to Cyprus for lyrical depth. They've sent some very beautifully written Greek songs over the last few decades, and a lot of them haven't scored very well. So can you blame them for going something very commercial and international? Also, as a country, they have a limited budget because it's a small island, and they're using everything in their power to put forward a very large commercial package that incentivizes artists to want to represent them. It's a very good business model. It worked with Tanta and Eleni in the past. Also, Ivy launched her career massively in Hellenic music industry. So I have no complaints about how they're doing it. I think Jimmy Joker, he's worked with Nicki Minaj, Kelly Rowland, J-Lo, Nicole Scherzinger, some of my favorite artists. And I have no doubt that it's gonna be a very commercial song, and it's gonna have life outside the contest. That's all I can really hope for. And realistically, we have nothing else to go on. All we have is the artist who I have a lot of adoration for, and I think she's a great singer, she has a great image, and she's got a great voice. And I'm pretty sure she can dance too, which is great. And we have a great team behind her supporting her. So I have a lot of faith in the Cypriot team to deliver a really good entry. And going off previous patterns, we'll probably hear it around March time, which is a long time to wait, but the last few months have really blown past. So all I can say is good luck, Cyprus. I have my citizenship just in time to fully support you. So if you want to win and then host it in 2022, I'll be very happy to go.
Yeah, I think we'd be all up for that. But for me, on a closing topic, she has potential, and from looking at what is currently on the lineup, and obviously she's the first one to be selected who did not compete in 2020. There's that feeling where it's nice to have some fresh blood, and
Agreed, yeah.
I think Cyprus has just managed to find the right equilibrium, because they know who's already there. So they just need to find someone who's just a bit different, which hopefully they successfully will, depending on the 15 or 16 or whatever many countries remaining left to pick their entry.
Yeah, I think it feels like a milestone that we've reached, having the first new artist to be selected for the season. And I I'm looking forward to seeing the class of 2020 and the class of 2021 kind of mesh together over the coming months. But yeah, that's really all from me. I'm just very excited. I'm very pleased that they've gone with this decision.
All right, then, guys, that's our initial thoughts for Cyprus's selection for Eurovision 21. What do you think? Do you think they made the right choice? Let us know in the comments below. But for now, thank you very much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, then press the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to push the notification bell to be one of the first people to find out when we got a new video. Also, don't forget to follow us at ESCXTRA on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But for now, see you soon.